Here's my oil pan. Took it off, cleaned all the crap, painted it high heat black. It's an 86 only. The dipstick is, to me, on the wrong side. The strips for it, right here. All painted. Wire brush and the bare metal. There's that dead lawnmower. A little problem. Battery's charging. The electrical out. I have everything apart because the other day I happened to notice there was water, and when I pulled the dipstick I found out the oil was white. So I drained it all down. See, down to nothing. There's the pickup. Blew it all out, cleaned it all out, sealed it all up again. Had the electrical off pretty much. I think with my fan. I'm thinking what I'm going to do is take the radiator, the engine, the transmission is one, put them down, wrap them up, get them out of the way. And there's a lot of things that I have to do to the frame that I couldn't do because things are upside down. I have to get to the underside of the frame. I got to make some brackets. Just stuff that I can't do from here. And I really want to take the body off and get it up in the air on some sawhorses so I can work on the doors and the floors. I can't really work on them while they're here. So yeah, I'm gonna get the oil pan back on, the intake back on. I might powder coat the intake, I'm not sure. Probably black wrinkle. But everything's nice and clean under here. It wasn't. That's pretty much it. I'm just cleaning. I gotta put the oil pan back on. I got plenty of oil, fresh oil to put in it. Want to turn it over a little bit just to get the oil flowing. And I'm not going to start it. I'm going to take the exhaust off. I'm going to take the front suspension, the rear suspension, all that stuff off, and do a lot of finalized welding. I basically want to start over on the frame and do all the final little details. And it's been a while. And my doors are here, but this might not be any good anymore. I don't know yet. Headlights got to come off. Not hard. I mean, a couple bolts, the radiator comes off. 4 bolts, the headlights come off. 1, 2, 3, 4, the brake line and the front suspension comes out. Just I got a lot to do on the frame before I can go, okay, it can go together. This has been like pre-assembly. And the more I think about it, the more I want to take it apart. Right now, I know I don't need anything. I just know I got to straighten a lot of things out as far as the frame goes. Panhard bar is not the greatest. It's too short, way too short. The body has to be off to do what I have to do for the floors and the rockers and stuff like that. I have things marked, so I know where things are. I can't get under the underside of this if I can't get at it, period, because there's a frame underneath it. So, what do? I got to take it apart. At least I know I don't need anything. And if I do, it's minimal. I do need a fuel tank, $250. But all the electrical works. I need brake lights. I got to finish those things. But what do? Fuel line, I got to run front to rear. Can't really do it like this. I don't really want to do it like this. I know where my tank's going to go. I have to get to the hell was that? Oh, my thing fell. I have to get to the underside of the body too. There's a lot of places I can't weld from here. And while it's upside down, I'll be able to trim the bottom of these, the Pontiac suicide hinges, because you see right there, they're resting on the frame. And there's some pieces that got to be moved up and tacked from the other side. And so the body's got to go up on sawhorses, period. Plain and simple. And I got to get it off the frame because I can't reach anything. And I said that 6 times, so I think I'm going to take apart what I can today, and bear with me. I'll get the oil pan back on in about 10 minutes. Okay, having fun. Maybe I'll get a different intake. We'll see. That was real easy, and I'll tell you why it's real easy. 86 to 89. The oil pan is one big rubber gasket. I didn't even take it down. It's right there. See it? Seals front to rear. And it has a loop over the front. There's no messing around with rope seals and crap and silicone. Screw that. It also has a one-piece rear main seal, meaning right there's a piece of aluminum that holds a real seal, like a ring seal. Probably the best engine ever made. Whew. Everything looks good. But I'm going to put some oil in it and get the plugs out, give it a crank over, get the oil flowing in the brand new filter down there. And cover it up, take off what I can today. Probably the radiator, the headlights, a little bit of the electrical. I might leave the suspension together for now. I gotta get this full of antifreeze. Most full antifreeze. Don had 3 carts. This one's kind of beat, but the wheels would work. I think I'm gonna put the engine and tranny right on that thing and put it over here, wrap it all up nice and tight. But yeah, still going. Oh, there's my oil. Pour that in there. The headers are off on both sides, and they're hanging up here. Cherry bombs are disconnected, but they're just laying under there. That's another thing. Finishing the exhaust is going to require that the body's off. Battery's disconnected. Just moving right along. I think radiator is going to be next one once I disconnect the fan. Fan's actually connected direct to the battery because it's wired like a not like a motorcycle with a key switch, but it's wired, whereas the fan would stay on even if the key was off until the radiator cooled down. All my little tricks. Okay, still cracking. Well, this hurts me more than it does you. Front end is out. The radiator's out. The dash is out. The airbags are out. The oil cooler's out. The tranny cooler's out. The headlights are off. The firewall isn't on. The airbag plate's off. What else we got? The hoses, the exhaust, and it's just an engine with a gunny sack cover. The electrical's out. It's on the floor. It's nice to see how it reverse engineer here. You can, I know that my electrical harness comes out with a couple bolts, and pretty much there's just dash lights and stuff, directionals. But I could hook up the starter again in about 5 minutes. The dreaded 86 dipstick is on the wrong side. But that's about it. She's down to almost nothing. I would love to pull the engine and tranny out soon. Set it on my stupid cart, which has seen better days. And push it to the side, clean up the mess, push it under the bench, wrap it up nice, flip the frame over, start working on the frame after I get the rear end and the body off. And I'd like to get, the frame set and done, all the details, get the body bolted down to it, figure out what's going where, and the roof, the doors, the floors, said it 3 times I think already. One of the big things is this arm actually has to be bent up that way, about 1 inch. Or when the airbags are flat, this thing is a little too close to the ground. It's about 2 inches off the ground. It should be about 4 inches at least. That's when the airbags are flat, which usually is only when you're parked. But I don't know, I might get rid of the airbags, I'm not sure. I might just find some springs and go from there. I don't know if you can hear me with this fan going. It's pretty vicious. But it's amazing how fast things rust. Look at this. It's inside the airbag plate. And I mean, it wasn't sealed off or anything. It does have little drain holes, so it can't fill too much. Rust is a-creeping. Me and Dad had wired this. Pretty easy. That's the horn. The grounds, high beam, low beam, and directionals. That's it. Very easy to figure out what a meter in about 10 minutes. The entire front end is out of the car. There's nothing holding it up except these nice big nasty jack stands I have. It's right here. I mangled the brake line. I noticed that this hook came a little too close to the I-beam. So I mean, hey, there's a problem right there. That could have been going down the road and ripped out a brake line. That would have really sucked. Not too bad. That was a Dodge truck, double knuckle, I believe, or some kind of a Jeep double knuckle. That's a Dodge truck. The tapers have been reversed. Made all the brakes, the panhard arms, the plates, shock mounts. I didn't think I put it back on, but there's little things like, this bolt's too long, that bolt's too long, these are kind of really close, things like that. Gonna go over it, that's it. Go over it, spray paint it, whatever, put it together. Put it back together. Only after a lot of welding is done on the frame. I need a better panhard bar, like I said. I think I'm gonna go with like something that'll connect to the front pivot point of the full-length suspension and reach out to the point of the pumpkin. Not sure yet, but it's got to be side clearance for the exhaust, and I'm not liking it right now. But that's it. Battery's charged. Door posts, all kinds of stuff to work on. Now I get to put it together slow from the frame up and mess with the body. But the sun's creeping. It's already in here actually. It's against the back wall. And I'm going in. Have a good night.